father and ask कि जी मेरा account खोल दें और मुझे इसमें मैं आपको भिजवा रहा हूँ और आप इसको फला बंदे को इतने पैसे दें. You can do it yourself.
Sitting abroad, they can operate their account as if they were in Pakistan.
Key feature of these Roshan digital accounts for our bright overseas Pakistanis is that these accounts are repatriable. In other words, when our account holders want to take their investment back to the countries where they live, there will be no hurdles either from the state bank or from the banks in which they have opened such an account.
On the payment side, you'll be able to do e-commerce. You'll be able to send money to your families here. You'll be able to pay bills for your families here, school fees, utility bills. So that's on the payment side.
The customer would have an option to invest in Government of Pakistan securities, both rupee denominated and foreign currency denominated, and these are going to offer reasonable returns to the customers.
At a time, remember, when risk-free rates of return are zero or even negative in the Western world.
This is all fintech. This is all fintech. But how you make that fintech work for you and use it to solve a problem.
State Bank of Pakistan is committed to a digital financial ecosystem for our economy. For this purpose, the Roshan Digital Accounts that we have introduced is one example.
The best part is that through this process, we are trying to bring our diaspora into financial inclusion.
And we're hoping that this channel will actually open up all kinds of possibilities to be able to participate in the Pakistani banking system, participate in the Pakistani economy, earn good returns, and have the peace of mind that whatever money you send in, you'll be able to take it out as well without any hassle.
This is going to be a new era of digitization of banking and payments in Pakistan. This would be followed by a number of initiatives. I can't say what they are right now, but I know they are in pipeline, so it's going to be very exciting for the entire country.
From the state bank's perspective, when I see the dynamism in our fintech companies, in some parts of our financial sector, and the interactions that we've had with various entrepreneurs on the cutting edge of the intersection of technology and finance, I'm very confident that our future is going to be very different from our past, and we all will be proud of what we achieve in a few years, inshallah.
Ji, so over to you, Umair Sheikh Saab and Umairul Haq Saab, who wants to start first and brief our
Assalamu alaikum, मैं हूँ फारूक फरोज, बिजनेस जर्नलिस्ट समार्ट डिजिटल। आज से चंद साल पहले अगर बिजली का बिल भरना होता था तो आप 2 घंटे लाइन में लगते थे और उसके बाद ख्वारी करने वाला नंबर आप
जी sorry for the technical glitch. So Umair Saab, over to you.
Assalamu alaikum ji. Thank you so much for having us. I welcome everybody on this webinar. I will try my best to cover the details in the product. First time in Pakistan, स्टेट बैंक ने एक इनिशिएटिव लिया है और उसके अंदर हमारे एक पूरा सेगमेंट है जो आज से पहले बैंकिंग सर्विसेज और इन चीज़ों के लिए उनको बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स का सामना रहता था। स्टेट बैंक ने नॉन रेजिडेंट पाकिस्तानीज़ के लिए एक स्कीम बनाई, एक पॉलिसी मेकिंग की, एक फ्रेमवर्क बनाया और बैंक्स को इस तरफ रिक्वेस्ट की कि एक डिजिटल प्रोसेस बनाया जाए जिसमें लोग जो बाहर बैठे हुए हैं वो बजाय पाकिस्तान आए और सारे उस हैसल से गुजरे। और बहुत लोग इसको वॉइस कर चुके हैं आज से पहले कि उनकी जो अकाउंट खोलना, अकाउंट ऑपरेट करना बाहर से बैठ के, इट्स हैसल, चेक्स और उनकी फिजिकल प्रेजेंस, ये बहुत बड़े हर्डल्स हैं। इसी तरह स्टेट बैंक ने इस नीड को, डायर नीड को देखते हुए एक फ्रेमवर्क बनाया और 8 बैंक्स को मैंडेट किया कि दे शुड कलेक्टिवली open a new era of banking. हम लोगों ने भी, of course, I am from MCB Bank. So as part of the 8 banks, we also have created this product. I would like to show you the journey as to how these accounts can be opened easily and how non-resident Pakistanis from abroad across the globe can operate them. Essen, I would request you to put up the screens, the slides, if you can.
Okay, the presentation, right?
Yeah.
Just a sec.
Okay, I'll skip the introduction. It's already, we have had enough of that. I'll go directly to the product. आगे चलें ऐसे? Yeah. So we also have a Roshan Digital Account. सारे जितने भी 8 banks हैं, everyone has the same logo, the same product, and 8 banks are offering them with a little variation in their product propositions. Next slide, please. So let's see, ये जो इस तरह का एक स्पेशल अकाउंट है, ये कौन खोल सकता है? एक तो नॉन रेजिडेंट पाकिस्तानीज who are living abroad. All of these people either have a valid CNIC or a foreign passport or a Pakistan origin card or a NICOP. So that's one eligibility if you have to be a non-resident Pakistani in order to open this account. A foreigner having a Pakistan origin card can also open this account. Accordingly, State Bank has further enhanced this offer to even people living in Pakistan who have assets abroad. So if anyone has a property or cash in bank or any form of asset that can be liquidated and the money can be brought into Pakistan, that person can also open this account. Next slide, please. We at MCB, we have a digital process around it. If you visit MCB's digital account portal, you can search it online and there's an address also mentioned on the screen. If you visit this portal, it's a very user-friendly, easy digital process which everyone has to follow. The easy 4 steps to it. You go, you choose to open an account. You have to go through a digital process in which we will take some information from you. Where do you live? What's your name? What's your ID card number and stuff like that. Once you have created your profile, we'll have some attachments from you. जो आजकल usually लोगों के handy होती हैं ये सारी चीजें. They can easily upload them during that process and submit an online application successfully. Usually this takes around 10 to 20 minutes and anybody can visit any bank's portal, 8 banks, and opt for submitting an application. Once your application is submitted, we have a dedicated Roshan digital unit at the bank who takes care of your application and opens your account in our systems within 48 hours. Once your account is opened, you have access to that account through a web portal. Soon we are also launching our mobile app through which you will be able to see your account and do a lot more, which I'll explain later. Let me touch upon a little bit of the product. Product is a multi-currency product. So anybody can open this account in various currencies. There's dollar, there's pound, there's Canadian dollar, there's UAE dirhams, and many more. We at MCB, in order to facilitate this segment, we have no service charges, and there's no minimum balance requirement by State Bank on this kind of account. However, this account is for non-resident Pakistanis, and one of the main reason of offering this by the government of Pakistan, State Bank of Pakistan, is to really increase the inflow of funds to the country, dollars especially. So in order to do that, this account can only be fed by international remittances. And no local credits are allowed in this account. You cannot inject money from local sources. We are offering free internet on this, funds transfer across Pakistan, and bill payments. That means anybody who opens a Roshan Digital account in any of the banks will have a service from where they can make their daily payments. Any kind of fund transfers, any kind of bills, school fees, and many more types of financial fund transfer transactions. There is also a checkbook with this account. There is also a debit card with this account. There is a credit card with this account. And the best part is all of this is free. There is no delivery charges. You get a free checkbook, debit card, credit card if you opt for it at your doorstep. So that makes it very, very interesting. Can we move on? Thank you. Then when you get a debit or a credit card, wherever you are, you get a host of discounts, which are offered by any of these 8 banks or the Visa or Master company, or whichever the card company, the card you have, the payment scheme on it. Then there are no foreign remittance charges. Usually, banks do have foreign remittance charges inward and outward. But at MCB, we have made this transaction totally free for our customers. So if anyone transfers money from any country to Pakistan, we don't charge anything for that transaction, inward and outward. And the customer also gets a transaction notification on every transaction and a free e-statement every month. That was about the account. Now let's touch upon on the NPC part, which is the center point of this product. Naya Pakistan certificate is a certificate which is a certificate issued by State Bank of Pakistan. It's an investment certificate which has very lucrative returns on it. So there are State Bank is issuing two kinds of certificates. One is Islamic version of it, and one is conventional version of it. SN, if I can request you to jump one screen ahead, there is a, yeah, I was this one, please. So this is amazing investment opportunity. State Bank has offered amazing rates. This is a certificate which a customer can buy digital once you have opened your account and you fed your account through a foreign remittance. You have money in Pakistan in the Roshan Digital Account. All you need to do is go to your application, log in, and apply for an investment. As simple as really going through the menu in any app. So you can invest in digitally, and you can invest in various tenures. So there is a 3 to 6 months to 12 months to 3 years to 5 years tenures in this product. You can always choose between two denominations. One is PKR and one is USD. That means if you're bringing in a foreign currency in Pakistan, you have an option to have account in 9 different currencies. But when investing into Naya Pakistan certificate, you have 2 options. One is to invest in PKR rupee denominated investment certificate, and one is to apply in a USD denominated investment certificate. If somebody has a GBP account, for instance, and wants to invest in USD denominated, conversion will happen on a real-time basis. These USD has a profit of 5.5% to ranging to 7%. And if you look at it, ये investment के ऊपर ये जो return है, this is unmatched. I don't think कि ज़्यादा मुल्क होंगे कोई जो इसके करीब भी होगा. Similarly, अगर आप पाक रुपीस में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, so it's like 9.5 to 11%, which is even higher than what local banks are offering to local customers on term deposits. So this is very lucrative. Then another good part is that State Bank has fixed a 10% tax, flat tax, withholding tax on it, whereas there is a slab structure for localites, for resident Pakistanis. Similarly, the people who are living in Pakistan and have assets abroad, and that's the second category which can open accounts. So this category also has an option to bring funds from abroad, liquidate their assets abroad and bring funds into these accounts. And to the same tune of that funds that will come in the country in his own account, will and the person can really invest the same amount into Naya Pakistan certificates and earn all of these lucrative returns. So that was about Naya Pakistan certificate. If we can move one step ahead, there is second opportunity in Roshan Digital. So State Bank has allowed banks to shake hand with Central Depository Company and create this easy corridor for Roshan Digital customers to go into the stock market. Now that's another very easy process. If you have an account in MCB, all you need to do is to go into your digital app and allow the bank to share your uh, information that you have provided to the bank with Central Depository Company. Once you allow the bank to do that, uh, the Central Depository Company receives an information from the bank that this customer really wants to invest in Pakistan Stock Exchange. While in that digital process, a customer also chooses his choice of dealer and the kind of shares he or she is interested in. And the, the CDC, the Central Depository Company, is a mediator in all of this. And they connect Roshan Digital customers with the stock brokers, and the customers are then onboarded to stockbrokers web apps from where they can really choose their investments. And once chosen, the app really you can use the MCB app to transfer funds for that purchase of that securities or that stocks. This is a very digital and modern process around it, and many customers are really doing this on a daily basis with us. So that's another opportunity for Roshan Digital customers to invest in Pakistan stocks and earn again. Pakistan stock market is one of the best stock markets in many ways, and is making good progress. I think that's another lucrative area to look at. Can we move ahead? Okay, we also have these customers, Roshan Digital के अंदर सारे banks इस वक्त they are trying to improve this product on a daily basis. We are also improving our service. We have debit card and credit card, and now we also have a house loan offering in it, where customers who are sitting abroad can really contact us, and we will take all the information digitally and process their loan applications for purchase or build of a house. And the best part around all of this is that the customers can really repatriate their funds anytime. There is no stoppage. It's all digital. The customer who has brought in money in Pakistan can really go into their mobile app, press a button, and really pull funds without any approval from the bank or state bank. So that's as easy as really clicking on a button and filling up like 4 or 5 fields on a form and pulling out your money as and when you need. So that is more or less all about Roshan Digital. Happy to take any questions.
जी थैंक यू वेरी मच उमर साहब। जो आपने डिस्क्राइब किया है, मैं भी मीडिया पे तो मैंने सुना था, बट ऑन द लाइक्स ऑफ इट आई थिंक ये जो अच्छे रिटर्न्स ही ऑफर कर रहा है। तो मैं आई थिंक स्टेट बैंक के एक स्पोक्समैन का जो है वो मैं एक इंटरव्यू देख रहे थे किसी टीवी पे, तो उन्होंने बोला कि यार जब इन्होंने स्टेट बैंक ने डॉलर में इतने अच्छे रिटर्न्स ऑफर किए, सो ग्लोबली जैसे अगर आप देखें तो US 10 ईयर जो है वो 0.5-0.6% चलता है, तो उस हिसाब से लोग ज़रा स्केप्टिकल हो गए कि यार क्या इस प्रोडक्ट में ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है कि इतना ज़्यादा स्टेट बैंक दे रहा है कुछ। सो उन्होंने ये बोला कि ऑन अ लाइटर नोट कि जैसे कोई भी अगर एक मैकडोनल्ड्स या बर्गर किंग कहीं नई जगह पे कोई एक अपना फ्रेंचाइज खोलता है तो पहले वो 50% डिस्काउंट देता है ताकि लोग उस पर अट्रैक्ट हों, यूज टू हो जाएं, ज़रा कुछ हो जाए। तो आई थिंक उस परस्पेक्टिव में इस प्रोडक्ट को लेना चाहिए, ना कि स्केप्टिसिज्म से देखें कि यार क्यों 7% दे रहा है, कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है। सो विद दैट थैंक यू वेरी मच। क्वेश्चंस का इस तरीके से हम करते हैं कि if anyone has a question and wants to ask, they can raise their hand. I will unmute their mic and they can ask the question. And we have 4 or 5 panelists from MCB Bank, so they will answer the question. So in the meantime, when someone raises a hand, तो मैं सिर्फ एक छोटा सा डिस्क्लोजर में ये दे दूं कि माशाल्लाह जो हमारे स्पीकर्स थे वो एमसीबी बैंक को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे थे, बट जैसे कि मैंने पहले ही बताया और उमर साहब ने अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन में बताया कि स्टेट बैंक ने इन द फर्स्ट फेज 8 बैंक्स को ये रोशन डिजिटल अकाउंट का जो है वो ऑप्शन दिया है। मैं एक दफ़ा दोबारा नाम रिपीट कर देता हूँ ताकि आप लोग भी फेमिलियर हो जाए उनसे। विच इंक्लूड्स हबीब बैंक लिमिटेड, एमसीबी बैंक ऑब्वियसली, यूनाइटेड बैंक, मीज़ान बैंक, सांबा बैंक, बैंक कलफला, फैसल बैंक एंड स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड। So these are the 8 banks जो कि फर्स्ट फेज में है, एंड आई हर्ड उमर साहब विल सेकंड में कि बाकी भी जो है वो बैंक्स को अभी स्टेट बैंक सेकंड फेज में ऑप्शन दे रहा है कि वो भी आ सके। तो यू विल हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ ऑप्शंस कि आप जो है वो प्रोडक्ट्स में इन
जी
बैंक्स
बिल्कुल।
में चूज कर सकते हैं। सो प्रोडक्ट इज स्टैंडर्डाइज, रिटर्न सारे सेम है, इट ऑल कम्स डाउन टू द सर्विस क्वालिटी एंड योर कंफर्ट विद द बैंक, बिकॉज आपका कोई ना कोई प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस रहा होगा तो वो उस परस्पेक्टिव में, एंड इट्स ऑल डिजिटलाइज। तो जिसकी आईटी की सर्विस है, जिसने पास्ट में इन्वेस्ट किया इन द डिजिटल नेटवर्क्स, तो दे विल बेनिफिट अ लॉट। एएच साहब हैं कोई, वो पूछना चाह रहे हैं, तो आई विल ask you to unmute and ask your question.
Thank you. Thanks for that presentation, gents. It was very informative. Just a few more, a couple of questions I had. Can you explain the withholding tax situation on these investments? Is that only on the foreign currency NPC, or is it applied to Pakistani rupee investments as well? And then also with regards to cash investments, do foreign currency cash accounts pay any interest? So if I had a sterling remittance, i.e. I was transferring pounds into the RDA, does that cash account pay any interest? Thank you.
Okay, so yes, the withholding tax is 10% flat for both denominations of the NPC, for Pak rupees and as well as the USD. It's a flat 10% for any volume. And the second question was about what was the second question? Can you repeat this, please? Savings. Yeah. I got it. The savings, we have two versions, and most of banks are offering current account as well as a saving account. So there is a saving version in it, which will of course attract a nominal profit amount. Considering the foreign currencies, we don't have, it's everywhere, it's not that much, but yes, we do have a saving variant which offers a profit, monthly profit.
Before I unmute another participant, एक चैट बॉक्स में क्वेश्चन है वो मैं आपसे पूछ लेता हूँ। समीर अली साहब उन्होंने पूछा है कि I already when open a Roshan account with one bank in Pakistan, can I open another account with MCB bank? So अगर उनको एक इनका RD already खुल गया है, and if he wants to open a second account with MCB or any other bank, is he allowed?
Yes, he can open multiple RD accounts. Even with one bank, you can open more than one account.
ठीक है, मोहम्मद आसिफ साहब जी।
Yeah, assalamualaikum. I'm from Canada, and a couple of my friends made a group as from US as well as Canadian, citizen, and we have a big group, and some of us already opened the account. One question that was under the discussion was customer service is not up to the mark. Communication and verification information that comes from the bank, it takes 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes more. And when they're emailing in and even the calling the bank manager, I can, if you want, I can share the chat, but customer service was absolutely, they were not happy, one thing. Second thing is that they open different banks. Okay, everybody have their own choices, but across the board, that was a general feeling. We may be spoiled here, but just in case, should be up to the mark, because that's build the confidence. Second question is that was a comment. The question is there this investment, let's a group of people become a venture capitalist, is there any specific way they can do a larger investment as a group in particular projects, or you only encourage individuals to open an account? Thank you.
Thank you, Asif Saab. The service part, thank you for the feedback. We understand, and every bank is really working towards improving it. Secondly, the accounts for now are for individuals and not for groups or corporates or businesses. But State Bank is also working towards enabling more segments after individual customers. I hope I answered.
एक चैट बॉक्स में एक क्वेश्चन है, इन सेविंग अकाउंट विल ज़कात बी डिडक्टेड और नॉट?
Zakat will be deducted if only unless the customer has provided a certificate to not deduct it. That's a normal process that we follow with all customers.
Okay, perfect. How many days will it take to repatriate the fund to their original country?
1 day.
Okay, perfect.
1 working day.
Okay.
I see Raza Saab raising hand.
Yes.
Can we allow Raza?
जहांगीर मिथानी साहब, आई थिंक मैं उनको कह सकता हूँ। यस जी, जहांगीर मिठानी साहब।
जी ऐसा साहब, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मुझे स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड ने भेजी थी इन्फॉर्मेशन, उसमें मुझे जो मैंने इन्फॉर्मेशन पढ़ी, मुझे आई एम अनक्लियर कि क्या ऑल नेशनलिटीज आर अलाउड टू बाय एनपीसी, बिकॉज सर्टेन गवर्नमेंट्स माइट नॉट अलाउ देयर सिटीजंस टू बाय एनपीसी सर्टिफिकेट्स फ्रॉम स्टेट बैंक ऑफ पाकिस्तान। जहाँ मैं तक समझता हूँ कैनेडियंस आर नॉट अलाउड टू बाय इन्वेस्ट इनटू फॉरेन सिक्योरिटीज without due diligence by the Canadian government. So if as a Canadian, can I buy, let's say I open an account, can I buy NPCs if I am a Canadian?
Of course you can.
Are you sure about that? Because the information I got from Standard Chartered was that I'm restricted. The Canadian citizen are...
Jagir Saab, I am not privy to any of such information.
Okay.
We have Canadian customers, we have opened their accounts, they are investing, and I have never heard of such a thing. However, we will check. I will do that. Yeah.
And my second question is, so someone like me who is like a tax resident of Canada, but I file taxes in Pakistan as well. So क्या मैं इसको ले सकता हूँ? If I invest it, can I pledge it and borrow some money against it for my Pakistan businesses?
Yes, you can. You can. And these NPC certificates are declared as a valid pledge by State Bank.
Okay.
And if you have funds into your account and you bought an NPC, you can really pledge them for having financing over there. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
जी मैं रजा साहब को मैंने वो
रजा हुसैन साहब बड़ी देर से सवाल
Can you unmute yourself, please, sir? You will have to unmute, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I just
No, Raza Saab.
Raza Saab, you have to unmute yourself.
Please. Hassan Saab, I am coming to you.
Ji, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
yes.
Sir.
I have one question. Unless I missed that discussions, can Pakistani national and foreign national open joint account, Roshan Digital Account jointly?
Yes, they can.
Pakistani national and foreign national can open.
If we have a Pakistani national who has assets abroad, that's the resident category of this. They can jointly open an account. Yes, State Bank has allowed.
No, Pakistan national residing in Pakistan can foreign national open an account here?
I'll repeat myself. The person, one of the two people who want to open an account, if one is living in Pakistan but has assets abroad, declared assets abroad, that can become a joint account holder, yeah, with a non-resident Pakistani.
Okay. Like for example, one brother is here in Pakistan and another brother is in, say, Canada or USA. If he wants to invest funds, rather than investing in one name, he would like to open a joint name and or anyone can operate. Is it possible? Is it allowed?
It's allowed only if the brother in Pakistan has some declared assets abroad. That makes him qualify for becoming one of the account holders. मैंने
No,
आपको
but
शुरू में जिस तरह
funds
बताया था कि एक
funds are coming from abroad only.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for keeping this account in joint name, can he do that?
Only if the second person is also.
Omar, I just want to add. Raza Saab is asking that if foreign national wants to open an account with a person who is residing in Pakistan, they can open a joint account, but funds will come from abroad.
Yeah.
The Pakistani national cannot feed that account. Raza Saab, you are right. What are you asking? This can happen. This can happen.
Possible. Okay. It's possible. I think what I'm understanding is.
Thank you.
Murad Mehdi Saab. Murad Saab, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, sir. I have a question like same just you had it before that if I and a person in US open the account and I want to send some money to him through that account. So is that possible?
So I understand that if a person opens an account sitting abroad, an RD account, can he transfer funds to a local friend in Pakistan in his bank account? If that is the correct understanding, yes. All RD account holders have a mobile app, have a interbank fund transfer facility like all Pakistanis have, and can transfer funds from his RD account to anybody in Pakistan.
My question is like I want to send money abroad, and can I use this channel, Roshan Digital Account?
Yes, you can only take money abroad, the ones you have brought in. So the inflow in this account comes from abroad. Anybody who opens an RD account has to bring money from abroad, and that money can be repatriated, sent back wherever, anytime.
So, okay, I'm clear. Thanks.
Akbar Saab. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yes, my name is Akbar. I'm calling from Canada. Assalamu alaikum, Omar Saab, Omar Saab. My question is that I opened an account with the HBL, US dollar account, right? And it's very successful, very good service. They call us in the midnight according to their time, but it's okay. But they're calling a lot. I mean, any questions they call right away. It's very good service from HBL. And my son also opened an account with other bank. My question is that I opened the US dollar account, right? Now I want to open an Pak rupee account to move some money to Naya, Pakistan, something like that. So the question is that if you open a US dollar account and you like to open another account in the Pak rupee, I have to submit all my documents and same process again? Or bank can do it by themselves over there to open a new account from same primary?
For now, if you have an account and you want to add another account to it, yes, for now you will have to go through the digital journey again. But all banks are working towards easing that one for the customers.
Okay, the second question, if I have opened an account in Pak rupee and I want to move my money from there to the Naya Pakistan certificate, it is internally I can do it?
Yeah, you can do it through your mobile app, just with the press of a few buttons.
Okay, but
once you give instructions to the bank for investing a certain amount in a certain type of certificate for a certain tenure, the bank will receive your request digitally, and within 1 to 2 working day actually, invest your funds through State Bank, and you will receive a scriptless security through email.
Okay, I have to request to my bank. I cannot do online by myself. No.
That's actually for you. That's online. That's purely digital. But there is a certain booking process, the
Okay.
certificate application process that the banks follow with State Bank. So they have to toggle between a few systems, which is why it's a one-day process for now. Yeah.
So we have to send the money to our account. Then we request to bank with this amount, sum of amount to move to this one. That's the way process, right?
True.
We have to request
True.
them. Okay. Thank you, Umar.
Yes. Yeah. I see Hassan Ali Bana with his hand up for a very long time. Can you please unmute him? Hassan Ali Bana.
Hassan Ali साहब को हम चांस दे देते हैं. जी अनम्यूट yourself. जी सर. जी सर.
Assalamu alaikum, Umar Saab. I have two questions. The first one regarding Zakat exemption form. So is that form available digitally on the website? We can fill that and send it to you?
Yes, that's available.
Okay. So in the past, I have seen those Zakat forms were on bond paper. But now, is it on bond paper or how it is?
I will have to get back to you on that one. I'm not very sure. I don't want to miscomment here.
Okay.
So, Ahsan, you may please note this particular question down, and we will respond to the gentleman.
There was another question. उनका भी यही question था.
Number two.
If they're residing in another country, तो zakat form का issue नहीं होना चाहिए, because but I'm sure, I think वो कुछ ना कुछ स्टेट बैंक ने इसके बारे में सोचा होगा, because people are not in Pakistan, so they will also have the facility to fill the zakat form online. So we'll check and let you know.
Yeah, क्योंकि मैंने एक अकाउंट खुलवाया है और zakat exemption form मुझे नजर नहीं आया वेबसाइट पे.
Okay.
So I was worried कि ये फॉर्म कैसे जाएगा. दूसरा क्वेश्चन मेरा है कि what are guarantees? What guarantees have been given to protect these accounts, as in the past foreign currency accounts were frozen? तो इस दफा जो है वो फ्रीज नहीं होंगे और ये सब जो है वो लोगों के सरमाया जो है वो सेफ होगा.
A tricky one, but वो एक history थी. 1998, that's history. Of course, not a good one. But अभी तक हम लोग, it's all about trusting the government. It's also about trusting State Bank. We have been, they are very, very forthcoming on this, and they have assured the banks and customers up to their capacity that this will not happen again.
क्योंकि यहाँ पर कनाडा में जैसे हम हैं, तो यहाँ पर हर बैंक इंश्योर्ड होती है, प्रोटेक्शन होता है हर कंज्यूमर को. वहाँ कोई ऐसा इंश्योरेंस वाला सिलसिला है क्या है? How State Bank is giving the guarantee?
कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन के पुराने वक्तों में शायद लॉज ना हो, मगर रिसेंटली banks do have consumer protection laws and policies and all surveillance around it. I don't think कि ऐसी कोई किसी किस्म की कोई चीज anticipated भी है.
Okay. zakat वाला मेरा फिर आप you will be getting back to me.
जी. इस पे मैं सिर्फ आपको सिर्फ इतनी कमेंट कर दूं, एंड फॉर द मतलब नॉलेज ऑफ एवरीवन, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली पाकिस्तान का पास में रह चुका है कि वो फॉरेन करेंसी अकाउंट्स का हुआ था, तो इसीलिए जो 7% और 6% का आपको डॉलर रिटर्न मिलता है, वो दैट इज द रीजन बिकॉज पाकिस्तान की सॉवरेन रेटिंग एंड देयर रिस्क एंड सारी चीजें इतनी हैं. वरना तो द मोर सेफर यू गेट द लोअर रिटर्न यू गेट, बिकॉज यूएस में इट्स द मोस्ट सेफेस्ट कंट्री, या कनाडा या ऑस्ट्रेलिया देख लें, या फॉर दैट मैटर आप पूरा यूरोप देख लें, वहाँ तो नेगेटिव रेट्स हैं. द मोस्ट मतलब स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट कंट्री इन टर्म्स ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल इज स्विट्जरलैंड. तो वहाँ पे कितना होगा आपको? -1% मिलता है, बिकॉज इट्स सो सेफ. तो जहाँ थोड़ा सा मतलब डाउट होता है या वैसी कोई चीज़ होती है, तो रिटर्न्स हायर ऑफर होते हैं. बट वही वाली बात है कि इट्स ऑल फॉर द रिस्क एपेटाइट ऑफ एवरीवन. सॉवरेन है स्टेट बैंक, दे आर प्लेजिंग, दे आर कमिटिंग, जो पास्ट में हुआ था, जैसे उमर साहब ने भी बोला, बट इट इज फॉर एवरी इंडिविजुअल टू डिसाइड वेदर टू टेक दिस. जी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन,
excuse me, Ahsan, I just want to add, Ahsan साहब ने बड़े बाना साहब ने बड़े सवाल पूछा है। दो चीजें हैं, एक तो जो ज़कात के लिए वो तो क्लियर हम कर देंगे कि बॉन्ड पे चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए। दूसरा जो पार्ट मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि जो एनपीसी है, जो नया पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट है, वो ज़कात से एग्जाम्ड है। वो गवर्नमेंट ने अंडर द रूल्स ज़कात से एग्जाम्ड किया हुआ है, तो उस पर किसी किस्म की ज़कात नहीं है, किसी सर्टिफिकेट की भी जरूरत नहीं है।
डॉलर रुपी में दोनों में?
जी जी, जो नया पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट है वो कंप्लीटली एग्जाम्ड है।
ओके, परफेक्ट परफेक्ट, ओके ओके,
दूसरी बात जो इंश्योरेंस वाली की, तो मैं जरा ऐड करूं कि पाकिस्तान में रिसेंटली स्टेट बैंक ने गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान की गाइडलाइन पे डिपॉजिट प्रोटेक्शन कंपनी बनाई है, जिसमें सारे डिपॉजिटर्स को इंश्योर कर दिया है। तो अब पाकिस्तान में भी जितने डिपॉजिट हैं, सारे बैंक्स ने उस इंश्योरेंस के अंडर प्रीमियम पे करते हैं, और वो सारे के सारे डिपॉजिटर इंश्योर्ड हैं।
Perfect. Thank you for adding it. Sameer Saab.
Assalamu alaikum, Umar and Ahsan. Thank you so much for giving out this wonderful information to all the NRPs across the world. मेरी एक question था कि do NRPs have to be taxpayers in Pakistan if they are living for more than 20 years? Do they?
Sorry, your voice is breaking, sir.
Don't have income from there. Do they still have to be a taxpayer till their an account?
Hello.
No, you don't have to be a taxpayer if you live in abroad. It's not a mandatory thing. No.
Okay. That's great. Thank you so much for this. I would also.
Sure. Go on, sir. I think there's some internet issue. I will ask 2-3 chat में भी काफी interesting questions आए, तो वो मैं आपसे पूछ रहा था उमर साहब।
अच्छा, आप काशिफ को जरा अनम्यूट कर देंगे, काशिफ अली को परमानेंटली अनम्यूट कर दें प्लीज।
Sure.
काशिफ अली फ्रॉम स्पीक।
SNL Hussaini, please do that. मैं आपको क्वेश्चन राइल ख्वाजा का क्वेश्चन है, will there will be any deduction if and when the money is moved out of RDA back to the original country account?
Is there any
deductions if one
deductions? No deductions at all. And I'll be pleased to tell you that many customers have repatriated their funds, and then when required, we do it every day, and there is no stoppage, no charges, no deductions whatsoever. If a bank in the correspondent banks होते हैं, कई दफ़ा जब आपके और बाहर आप जिस बैंक से भेज रहे होते हैं, बीच में कुछ दफ़ा correspondent बैंक होते हैं, या आपका अपना बैंक जो बाहर से पैसे आपके रिमिट कर रहा होता है, वो सेंडिंग के अपने कुछ चार्जेस होते हैं. We at MCB specifically, I'm talking about MCB only, we don't have any deductions, any charges whatsoever. I cannot vouch this for other banks.
ठीक है, मैं एक और क्वेश्चन इसमें पूछता हूँ, आई थिंक फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ एवरीवन. इसमें आपने जैसे बताया कि ओवरसीज पाकिस्तानीज कैन आल्सो इन्वेस्ट देयर फंड्स इनटू द स्टॉक मार्केट एज वेल थ्रू CDC.
Yeah.
So if I am an overseas Pakistani living in, let's say, US, and if I already have a brokerage account, so can I use that brokerage account, or will I have to open a new brokerage account for this RDA?
A brokerage account, will you be able to use a Roshan Digital Account for your payments? Is that the question?
नहीं, मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि जैसे मेरा अभी लेट्स सपोज JS ग्लोबल में मेरा अकाउंट जो है वो ऑलरेडी खुला हुआ है, एंड मैं US में रिजाइड हूँ एंड आई ट्रेड ऑनलाइन. मैंने रोशन डिजिटल के थ्रू मैंने मीजान बैंक में अकाउंट खुलवा लिया, तो मैं अपना वो जो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग JS ग्लोबल का अकाउंट है, क्या वो मैं यूज कर सकता हूँ या मुझे
you won't be able to. No, you will have to opt through Roshan Digital Account to CDC via CDC, and that will bridge you towards the Pakistan Stock Exchange. I don't think you can use your existing account and link it with the Roshan Digital.
ठीक है, 2-3 जरा टेक्निकल नेचर के क्वेश्चंस हैं, इफ यू कैन आंसर. नॉमिनेशंस पे है, हाउ डज द नॉमिनेशन वर्क? इफ द ओनर ऑफ RDA account owner passes away, how will the nominee be able to access the account? And secondly, can we give power of attorney or make someone else in Pakistan a nominee to operate my account?
Kashyap, would you like to answer that?
जी जी ऐसे नहीं, इसमें जो पाकिस्तान में लॉज हैं एप्लीकेबल, अगर वो पाकिस्तानी नेशनल है तो वो पाकिस्तानी लॉज उस पर एप्लीकेबल होंगे। तो पाकिस्तान में ये है कि इनहेरिटेंस के लॉज चलते हैं, तो जो ऐसे कोई बंदा अगर डिसीज हो जाता है उसके एसेट्स जो हैं वो उसी लॉ के थ्रू गवर्न होते हैं। बट अगर वो बंदा पाकिस्तान की जुरिस्डिक्शन में नहीं है, किसी और कोर्ट में है, तो ऑब्वियसली वो वाले लॉज है, बट थोड़ा सा लीगल है, इसको हम थोड़ा सा चेक करके तो फिर आपको रिवर्ट भी कर देंगे।
It's too technical, I think, and obviously when they open an account तो उनको बैंक भी अपना facilitate कर सकता है। एक इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन आया है, कैन वन बाय मल्टीपल नया पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट्स, लेट्स से 3 months and 3 years and 5 years in different tranches?
Yes, no restriction at all.
ओके मैं फिर ये अलीशान को मैं ये माइक देता हूँ, यू कैन आस्क अ क्वेश्चन। सुमानी साहब मैं आपके पास आता हूँ।
हाँ, अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर। मेरे जो है ना 2 क्वेश्चंस हैं। पहला ये कि जो इंटरेस्ट रेट ऑफर किया जा रहा है एसओपी की तरफ से, क्या उसमें फ्लक्चुएशंस आ सकती हैं या नहीं? दूसरी चीज ये कि आफ्टर मैच्योरिटी, लाइक इफ आई हैव मेक 2 और 3 सर्टिफिकेट्स और वो मैच्योर हो गए तो उस पे क्या होल्डिंग टैक्स लगेगा? और फिर क्या मैं उसी अमाउंट को री इन्वेस्ट उसी टाइम एट अ टाइम कर सकता हूँ? अगर मैं, क्या ऐसा ऑप्शन होता है कि बैंक ऑफर करती है कि आपकी मैच्योरिटी हो गई है, क्या आप इस चीज को इन्वेस्ट दोबारा करना चाहते हो या इसको इन कैश या लिक्विड कराना चाहते हो? इस हवाले से थोड़ा बताएं।
इसमें 2 चीजें हैं जी। एक तो आपने जो सवाल पूछा कि मेच्योर हो जाएगा तो उसको दोबारा इन्वेस्ट किया जा सकता है कि नहीं किया जा सकता। अभी तक का जो प्रोसेस है, क्योंकि बैंक के अंदर इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं हो रही होती, स्टेट बैंक के पास इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रही होती है, तो स्टेट बैंक से मेच्योरिटी पे फंड्स बैंक के पास आ जाते हैं। हाँ, ये है, इस चीज़ की पॉसिबिलिटी को चेक कर लेते हैं कि बैंक को स्टैंडिंग इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे दी जाएं फ्रॉम योर साइड, जिसमें आप कह रहे हैं कि जी जब भी आप मेरा फंड्स मेच्योर हो तो आप दोबारा से इस टर्म पे इन्वेस्ट कर दें। लेकिन चूंकि ये एक डिजिटल एक्सपीरियंस है, तो आपको अपनी अपनी अकाउंट स्टेटमेंट भी हर टाइम नजर आएगी। आपको नजर आएगा कि मेच्योरिटी मेरी कब होने वाली है, तो आप वहां पे क्लिक अप बटन से बैंक को दोबारा भी इंस्ट्रक्ट कर सकते हैं।
ठीक है, निज़ार साहब, प्लीज अनम्यूट एंड आस्क योर क्वेश्चन।
Yeah, my question is regarding the security of personal information like date of birth, social security, salary information. So in the US, we are very concerned about these type of information. So what checks are in place to ensure such information is safeguarded, like by the team, it's not being mishandled or uh, used inappropriately? Are there any checks and balances internally at different banks, including MCP?
I'll try to answer that. The banks in Pakistan, they are now moving towards information security as their top priority. The banks are following and implementing global standards that are for data protection, systems access, systems security, system privileges, and data sanctity. Recently, a few banks, at least MCB I can vouch for, has been certified for payment card industry standards and such other standards as well. Without going into details, I can assure you that the data provided by you digitally and the documents provided by you digitally are safe and secure with us in our systems, and nothing you should worry about in terms of the safety and security of your data information with the bank.
आई थिंक जस्ट टू ऐड, आई थिंक वो बात शुरू में इंट्रोडक्शन में बता देनी चाहिए थी। आई थिंक फ्रॉम द रीसेंट इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्टेट बैंक, आई एम श्योर, आई थिंक उमर साहब को पता होगा, बट फॉर द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द पब्लिक, आई थिंक इसको 2 महीने हुए हैं या 3 महीने हुए इस रोशन डिजिटल अकाउंट पर, माशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान हैज रिसीव ओवर $200 million इन these accounts, and most of them has been invested in Pakistan certificate. So people are getting a little comfort with these accounts, और जो लास्ट $100 million का पेस है वो 28 days में अचीव हुआ, तो मोर एंड मोर पीपल आर ओपनिंग द अकाउंट एंड टोटल अकाउंट ओपनिंग हैव क्रॉस 60,000 इन टोटल।
True.
So it's a good achievement. उमर साहब, मैं चैट से आपको 2 क्वेश्चंस बता देता हूँ, आई थिंक वो थोड़े इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज लोगों को उस पर थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन है।
Sure.
So someone is asking, Shabana Naeem is asking, can someone from Pakistan deposit PKR into my Roshan Digital account? And secondly, can we transfer money from existing defense saving or special saving to my Roshan Digital? So I think वही वाली बात है कि जैसे पाकिस्तानी अकाउंट से ऑलरेडी जो डॉलर्स पहले मुल्क में आ चुके हैं वो क्या आरडी के लिए यूज हो सकते हैं या नहीं हो सकते, उस पर अगर आप गाइड कर सकते हैं.
I'm sorry, the answer to both questions is in negative. You cannot bring in assets into this account from local means. That means you're not allowed to deposit locally, be it in shape of a check or cash or any other form. Even digital transfers are not allowed in this account. The money that comes in from abroad and gets either invested or gets utilized into other local accounts.
So मतलब ये कि किस्मत है किसी के अगर डॉलर्स बाहर हैं और अगर वो यहाँ नहीं है तो वो 6-7% का रिटर्न ले सकते हैं, अदरवाइज आई थिंक
तभी हमने कहा ना ये NRPs के लिए देखिए, the segment is non-resident Pakistanis. We have to be careful here. This is a new segment we are working for, and we have received very, very positive feedback globally. All banks have received very positive
and
feedback.
the main purpose is कि डॉलर का इन्फ्लो कंट्री में इम्प्रूव हो सके, तो वो भी है कि जो कॉन्टेक्स्ट और वो जो है कि डॉलर्स आएंगे तो ही जो है वो ये इट्स अ विन विन फॉर बोथ ऑफ देम, यू गेट अ हाई रिटर्न एंड द कंट्री गेट्स डॉलर्स ऑब्वियसली.
True, very, very aptly put.
Romani sir, please unmute and ask your question.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Umar and Hassan. A couple of questions I have. One is, is there any restriction on the mode of transfer of funds from the foreign bank account to the Roshan Digital account? Like it has to be a wire transfers, or it has to be some other mode, or it could be a digital. Is there any agreement with the foreign banks that we can do online, or what are the mode of payments? Transfer the funds.
Okay. There are two modes of payments. One is the SWIFT transfer, which is all used by all banks globally. So you can simply go to your bank and order a wire transfer, which is supported by a company known as SWIFT that has connected all banks together since decades now. So that's one wire transfer. Some banks also allow direct wire transfer to their customers through their own mobile apps. So many customers use their own bank mobile apps to push funds through the same highway. Also, there are many exchange companies globally who have tie-ups with Pakistan banks. And any customer residing in those countries, especially UAE and Saudi Arabia, especially from where major home remittance flow to Pakistan, the same exchange companies can be visited and money can be transferred from them directly into Roshan Digital accounts in any Pakistani bank offering RDA.
Okay. Second question is very quickly. If somebody, say for example, I have an account in Roshan Digital, okay, and I am transferring funds from my account to a local account, which is my relative, to spend the funds on my behalf. Would there be any problem for the recipient, like one of my family member, whom I'm transferring funds from my digital account to the Pakistan bank account?
No problems at all. I think that's a very, very easy and a real-time transaction. You will
no
be able to do
the other person, right? There's no
nothing at all. Nothing. No, nothing.
Okay.
So I think ये है कि the account can be used as a form of remittance as well, right? कि अगर आप कहीं हैं तो it's ये है कि पहले तो you had to go to Western Union या थोड़ा informal channels के through आप करते थे, तो now it's a very good mode कि आप foreign से पैसे remittance से वो भी आप कर सकते हैं, right?
अगर हम एक दफा investment को side पे भी रख दें, तो I would say कि this account is something which a lot of people who does family support home remittances every month by visiting a exchange company or going to a bank every time to push some funds to their families or friends in Pakistan, they can really open this account, put funds in it. Even if not doing investments, they can do their day-to-day banking transactions without a hassle from their comfort zone. There is so much to win here.
Perfect. An important question from Imran Saab. Can foreign national operate their businesses in Pakistan through these accounts?
No, for now, no. These accounts are for personal use. You cannot flow business-related transactions into these or out of these accounts. These are individual accounts for personal use.
Okay. Riyaz Sam, please unmute and ask your question.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Umar Saab. Assalamu alaikum, Ehsan Saab. How are you, sir?
Alhamdulillah.
My question is regarding in the website of State Bank. I have seen that the transaction we can do like depositing rent and everything. Is the rent the tenant is over there residing in that with a rent agreement? They can deposit the rent monthly on our behalf in our account, in this RD account.
Now State Bank has allowed banks to facilitate customers when it comes to purchasing a property locally, and also if they purchase a property and there is a rental income attached to it, yes, the same will be credited into your RD account. But to have this rental income, the investment of that home should come from abroad. The bank will facilitate in processing that transaction, and then yes, if it's a, even if you sell it at a later stage, you can take back the profit. But if that's a rental income, yes, you can always have instructions given to the bank to receive those rent and deposit into your
But the
traditional
question,
account.
sorry to interrupt you. The question is that existing house or flats which are already rented, and those can be done, which those properties are not invested through a RDA already, but the existing house, what my question is.
No, that's not possible, sir.
That's not possible. Okay.
That's not possible as per my knowledge. Yeah, that's not possible.
All right. Thank you.
One interesting question. Please confirm profit payout frequency for 1 year, 3 year, and 5 year instruments for Naya Pakistan certificate. Is it on maturity or it's some frequency?
If I'm not mistaken, the shorter tenures, which is 3, 6, and 9 months, are based on maturity, whereas the longer ones, 3 years and 5 years, have a 6 monthly profit payment frequency. I can reconfirm this later.
Okay. Qurban Ali Bana Sahab, please unmute and ask a question. Raza Sahab, I'm coming to you.
हेलो
जी Qurban Sahab.
हेलो जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम
जी वालेकुम।
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जॉइंट अकाउंट अगर हस्बैंड वाइफ खुलवाना चाहें, अगर एक जो है वो पाकिस्तानी नॉन रेजिडेंट्स हो और दूसरा फॉरेन ओरिजिन हो, तो इस तरह से ये अकाउंट कैसे वर्क करेगा?
So, sir, for this you will have to open a joint account. Banks हैं जो joint account offer कर रहे हैं, where both customers' information will be given to the bank digitally. It doesn't matter if one is a foreign national and one is a non-resident. Both, I believe, the other one would have some kind of identity which proves them to be linked with the NRP. If that's not the case, and it's a total foreigner with no attachment to Pakistan, I think that might be a problem.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir.
मैं सिर्फ उमर साहब अगर आपसे ये पूछ सकूं इन द फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स के जैसे ये टर्म्स ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट का प्रॉफिट रेट USD एंड डॉलर, वो तो सबका फ्लैट ही है, इट्स गिवन बाय स्टेट बैंक. What USPs does the customer get when they choose a bank to open an RDA or to bank with? तो क्या आपके ख्याल में क्या क्या डिफरेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ सर्विस तो चले हैं, but in terms of the charges, conversion rates, spreads and everything, तो if you can guide the audience के किस तरीके से ये choose करेंगे कौन सा बैंक is the right bank जो इनको facilitate कर सकता है in the best possible way?
I think apart from investment is something which is standard with all banks, like you said, and no bank can really create anything over and above that. But the experience, I think the number starting point is that the trust, the experience, the customer service, the support you get from the bank, the real-time connectivity and resolution of your issues, the quickness, the quality of the service. I think that is more, or technology that is being offered. They are the differentiating factors. And also, of course, a lot of customers.
as Umar told, the differentiating factors like different banks are offering different charges pattern, but MCB, for example, charges, there are no charges, and the checkbook is free, card is free, supplementary ATM card is free, and they are shipped to the non-resident Pakistani wherever they are residing free of cost. So everything is free. So this is one of the USP which MCB is offering.
ओके, कैन यू ऑल्सो कंफर्म, ये मैंने थोड़े टाइम पहले मीडिया में देखा था, ये स्टेट बैंक ने ये बोला था कि इन फ्यूचर दे विल बी कमिंग अप विद द इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑप्शन टू इन्वेस्ट इन म्यूचुअल फंड्स एंड इंश्योरेंस एज वेल. तो ऐसी कोई है कि इन टर्म्स ऑफ की प्रोडक्ट एक्सपेंशन में द ओवरसीज पाकिस्तानीज कैन इन्वेस्ट इन म्यूचुअल फंड्स एंड
Yes, banks. Yes, banks सारे किस पे काम कर रहे हैं, प्रोडक्ट enhancements पे, प्रोडक्ट enrichment पे. Banks, MCB is also working towards it. Very soon we are offering auto loans, we are offering cash loans, we are offering personal loans. We will be doing all of that in next few weeks. And similarly, mutual funds will come in, Pakistan investment bond, another investment opportunity that will come in. So a lot will come into the menu of this product. Yes, this is a new journey. Yes, पाकिस्तानी बैंक्स के लिए ये सब कुछ नया है और बहुत स्पीड से हो रहा है, और बैंक्स एक्साइटेड भी हैं और चैलेंज्ड भी हैं और स्ट्रेन्ड भी हैं. बट right now everybody is thinking about non-resident Pakistanis, everybody is thinking of offering more, everybody is thinking of creating new digital highways and new enablement for NRPs.
Raza Saab, do you want to?
I just want to clarify, एक किसी पार्टिसिपेंट ने क्वेश्चन किया था कि प्रॉफिट की टेनर क्या होगा, किस हिसाब से प्रॉफिट क्रेडिट जो होगा एनपीसी में. उसमें इस तरह से है कि 3 मंथ 6 मंथ एंड 12 मंथ मैच्योरिटी पे प्रॉफिट होगा, मैच्योरिटी के साथ होगा, और 3 years एंड 6 years जो है वो 6 मंथली को ओपन किया जाएगा सर्टिफिकेट.
ओके, तो 3 years and 5 years वाला जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट है, द प्रॉफिट पेबल विल बी 6 months, और जो लेस देन 1 year का है वो मैच्योरिटी के साथ प्रॉफिट मिलेगा, राइट?
मैच्योरिटी.
Thank you, Saqib, for confirming that. Thank you so much.
Raza Saab, you will have to unmute yourself.
उमर
जी रजा
है, अगर पाकिस्तानी नेशनल वर्किंग अब्रॉड उसने रेमिटेंस करके आरडी अकाउंट खोला हुआ है, when he comes to Pakistan, can he withdraw in cash US dollar or he will get Pak rupees?
Yes, he can withdraw US dollars and Pak rupees as needed using a checkbook that is already provided to all of our customers who opt for it.
Thank you. That's great. Yeah. Okay.
Arif Walia, please unmute and ask a question.
Hey, quick question without taking long. What is the website to get more information, and what is email ID to contact?
Thank you so much. We will, after this webinar, we will share with you the links, the presentation that we have shared, and that will also have the digital account portal, MCB's digital account portal address in it. You can always go there, browse and see the product features and everything around it. There is, we also have made small tutorial videos for customers to see before they go for an account opening journey, so they exactly know how I will feel when I enter the system. And we also have put up some product material there. We will share all of that with you. Even if you don't want to wait for that, you can really go to google.com and write MCB digital account portal and land on our page, or you can opt for, you can search any other bank as well, bank of your choice.
और इसमें मैं आपको बता दूं, स्टेट बैंक इज सो फैसिलिटेटिव कि उन्होंने इन्फॉर्मेशन का फ्लो बहुत ही स्मूथ कर दिया है. जस्ट राइट आरडीए और स्टेट बैंक आप लिखें, यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग ऑन द इंटरनेट, ऑल द क्वेश्चन, एंड दे हैव अ हेल्पलाइन, दे हैव अ ईमेल एड्रेस व्हिच फैसिलिटेट्स एंड व्हिच डील्स विद इंडिविजुअल क्वेरीज. सो दे आर वेरी रिस्पॉन्सिव, दे वांट टू एनकरेज द प्रोडक्ट. सो आई थिंक आपको उसमें जो है वो सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाएंगी, और जो भी क्वेश्चन अगर आज भी हम आंसर ना कर पाए, सो उसमें सारी इंफॉर्मेशन किसी भी बैंक से और स्टेट बैंक से आपको बहुत इजीली मिल जाएगी. देयर विल नॉट बी एनी इशू. कुर्बान अली बाना साहब, प्लीज अनम्यूट एंड आस्क योर क्वेश्चन. कुर्बान अली बाना साहब.
Sorry, I already asked a question.
Okay, no problem, sir. Okay, thank you. Parvez Charania, you want to ask a question? Please unmute and ask a question. Yeah, Ji, please go on.
Hi. What I would like to know is that once my account is open and when I put the fund in, can I ask that to be invested straight away or do I have a waiting period?
Good question.
There is no waiting period. You can just open an account, put your money today, and ask the bank to invest that money right away. As soon as you see a balance in your account, you can go digitally and invest right there and then. And it will be done within next 24 hours, working hours.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any minimum denomination for the investment in Naya Pakistan certificate? Dollar and PKR both?
I would ask Saqib to respond to that. Mohammed Saqib.
In the meantime, can a minor open an account?
Can a minor open an account? No, not for now.
Okay, they're not allowed. They can be a joint account holder, but they cannot open an account singly, right?
I know. I think they cannot open an account even jointly. Right now, there is a requirement of a CNIC or an ICOP or a POC to be one of the account holders anyways.
Yes, the minimum denomination is there. For US dollar, minimum denomination is 5,000. And the minimum denomination for investing in PKR certificate is 100,000. There is also multiple integral investment is also limited to 1,000 US dollars with the US dollar certificate, and PKR के लिए 10,000 multiple होना.
So you start with a 5,000 and you go 1,000 on top of it, and then you go for 100,000 PKR and you can top it up with 10K multiples. So it's like 1 lakh to 1 lakh 10,000, 1 lakh 20,000, 1 lakh 30,000.
Ji Moisa, please ask your question.
So once this account is open, so I live abroad, so how I move money from my foreign bank account, let's say I'm in US, to this account? Now, let me give you a background. So right now, I send money every month for family support. As you mentioned earlier, we can use this account for that. So I use some service like Western Union online service or Zoom or Remitly and I just sit in my home. I can set up my account in a way that they pull money from my US bank and deposit into the Pakistani bank with little bit whatever fees they have. Will the same process continue? I have to do the same way, or there is a way to transfer money directly from the US bank to the Pakistani bank without going through this middleman?
Yes, you can do both. You can also use the same process and have it that minimal fee. You can push funds. You can also ask your bank to do that through the wire transfer, the SWIFT system, which might have, in a few cases, an extra charge to it. Few countries we have seen customers sending money with some charges being deducted from their sender bank side using the banking channel. And few countries really have very cheap home remittance setups, exchange companies like Remitly and all. You can use that. Whatever suits you, that's your choice.
Okay. And another question.
We don't charge anything for receiving money or sending money whatsoever.
Okay. And another question is that, like, with opening this account, will it be that I have to file taxes in Pakistan or file returns, or no?
Totally not.
No. Even if, for example, if we do the certificate and if we earn profit on it?
No.
Okay, just the profit जो भी 10% deduction है वो हो जाएगा, लेकिन I don't have to do any documentation or anything.
No.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Faisal sir.
Hi, thanks for answering
some of the questions. Just one question I have, which regards to the lending. So if we, I think you mentioned that if we are doing any kind of lend or car loans, as an example you have given, do we have to stick to the MCB if my account is with MCB, or can I actually get the car loan from other banks as well who are offering RDAs?
No, if you opt for if you want to have a auto loan or a home loan or a personal loan or a cash finance, any kind of value-added service, of course you will have to come and open an account with us.
With MCB only. Okay.
Yes.
So that is basically treated as a single. So if we are going ahead, we have to think ahead in terms of what are your rates against your mortgage, your car loans compared to other banks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And second question quickly is relates to the corporate account. Can I, as a company, open a corporate or company account rather than an individual account for an RDA?
Not for now. In future, you will be. Yeah.
So
Not
in
for now.
terms of, you mentioned that there's no taxation at this stage. I completely understand because it's a new and all of that. But do you have any kind of roadmap in terms of what is the taxation we can see going forward? So if suppose there's wealthy amount of transaction happen, is there chances that down the line next few years we've been asked to pay the tax?
I'm not sure.
I understand you can't. No,
I
no, no.
can't
We
answer
completely
that.
understand. We can't say anything. But is there anything which is as an MCB you are aware of what is coming down the line, which as this audience can take a benefit of it?
Okay, I think that has to do with the measures state government is taking, and as what we see today, I think there is a lot of facilitation mindset from the government and state bank towards general public at large, and especially NRPs. And I don't think any adverse measure in order to curb their efforts will really take place. I think they will be mindful of any such adverse policy making which puts these important cars off road. I hope I answer your question.
मैं सिर्फ इसमें एक बात ऐड कर दूं उमर साहब ये कि जो टैक्सेशन की बात है तो नया पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट फुल एंड फाइनल टैक्स ऑफ 10%, राइट? तो इट्स नॉट कंप्लीटली टैक्स.
Yeah, it's 10%.
हाँ तो 10% है, इट्स नॉट मतलब बिल्कुल टैक्स फ्री नहीं है. और
Yeah, of course. There is a 10% tax, which I think is it's better than for the resident piece. The people here in Pakistan are paying up to 30% withholding tax if they earn profits on their bank accounts or investments above a certain threshold. So I think that's a big win-win for NRPs when it comes to withholding tax and its percentage.
तो मैं सिर्फ इसमें ये कह रहा था कि वो जो फार साइटेडनेस की बात जो हो रही थी तो उसमें मैं सिर्फ एक कमेंट अगर ऐड कर सकूं तो मुझे लगता है कि ये चीज़ हो सकती है if we are lucky enough as a country to receive $4-5 billion अगले in 1 year or something, if this is the potential. So I think the regulator will think to lower the profit rates because they have achieved the target and it was an introductory return. So this is I think one of the ways the returns can shape into the future if
I might not be the right person to really comment further on that, but I think one thing is for sure that State Bank has not taken a small view, a short period view on it. I think if they have allowed these kind of investments to flow in, they might at least have 2 to 3 years of a roadmap in front of them, and they're begging towards what investments and how will they really pay off all of this. That's I think that's something which they are very careful this time and have a medium term thing attached to it. But that's my personal view only, and I may be
perfect. Amit Chatur sir.
Yes, I have one question that this new system has multiple instruments like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, and so on. Now, when you transfer the fund, do you have to decide at that time that which instrument you wanted to invest in, or you're gonna just invest first to transfer the fund and later decide your investment can go into multiple different instruments. And while this fund is sitting before you put in the instrument, is there any interest rate it's going to be earning?
So there are two types of accounts. One is a current account and one is a saving account. That's the main account. That means that you bring in money, you put in your current account, you don't earn anything. Of course, the money is sitting there. If you have a saving account, of course, you get a little profit on your account, the normal saving rates that we offer to all of our customers. And the payout for that saving product is, I think, 6 months or so. So every 6 months you get a profit in it. As far as the investments are concerned, that's a different thing. Opening an account and putting money into it is one thing, and then the second step is really pulling that money out of your account and putting it in an investment certificate. So that you can do anytime, day 1, day 10, day 100. That's your choice. Even if you don't do that and you have a saving account, there's a little profit that comes in every few months. I hope I answered the question.
All right, thank you.
Raheel, if you can unmute and ask a question.
Yeah, hi. Thanks, Umar and Essen. My question is around the taxes. US tax residents are actually required to report their overseas earnings. What kind of documents will be provided for tax filings here in the US?
So for the tax that is deducted on your savings, I believe the banks will provide you a tax certificate of the deductions that they have made. I'm not very clear on this. I might want to get back to you on this particular point. If Hassan, you can note this down in terms of withholding tax and how the customer is given. I will have to get back to you on this.
Yeah, no problem. And I think just to build on that question, the timing of those tax documents will be important as well, because I understand the fiscal year in Pakistan is July to June, whereas it's January to December in the US, and the taxes are due in April. So in terms of when those tax documents will come through will also be important to understand. I had another question around actually, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. In terms of the money being repatriated back to the country of origin, I at least looked at the HPL website and I understood that there may be some charges deducted as and when the money is taken out. Is that true for just HPL or all the banks across the board?
So I would say that majority of the banks are charging. I don't want to say this, but we at MCB, we don't charge a dime on that. So that's one of the best things if you open an account with MCB. Other banks you will have to check. I'm not sure. Maybe all are charging or few are not charging. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Hassan and Umar. I appreciate it.
Nizar sir, please unmute and ask a question.
Yeah, just want to repeat someone's earlier question. So we can remit money through Zoom and Western Union into this account instead of going through the bank, correct?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Thanks.
Hassan sir, please unmute and ask a question.
Hi. Actually, this is not a question. I just heard a question regarding the foreign taxes. As a tax professional in Canada, I wanted to respond that question. Basically, all the banks provide bank statements and bank certificate, which explain how much interest you have earned and how much tax has been deducted on source from your interest or profit. So that document is more than enough. And based on that, we can mention our earnings and tax whatever we have paid there, and we can claim back in these countries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Jamaluddin Zanza, please unmute and ask a question. Jamal sir. Do you have a question, Jamal sir?
Yes. Sorry. I know that the Roshan Digital Account was launched a few months back, but maybe around 2 years or more back, Pakistan had launched a PBC, Pakistan Banao Certificate. It had something similar. The maximum interest was 6.75 for 5 years and all. And I have invested a huge amount of money into that. And that money had to be transferred from my local bank to Muslim Commercial Bank in New York. And they are operating very fine. Everything is great. Now, my question to the people representing the experts in this chat group, is this related to RDA, the one where I have put my money, or is MCB involved in both?
Kashif, would you like to answer that?
Jamaluddin sir, in Pakistan Banao certificate, it was directly linked with the government of Pakistan and State Bank of Pakistan. No banks were involved. But in RDA, State Bank has engaged 8 banks. So if you have investment in Pakistan Banao certificate, that is intact. That investment is intact there. But if you want to invest in RDA, you can encash that investment, bring it back to your account, and then invest in RDA again. But both are different type of investments.
Okay, so but then MCB is involved in both.
No, MCB is involved only in RDA, not in Pakistan Banao certificate.
No,
Pakistan Banao certificate was government's direct initiative. No banks were involved.
Yes, but when I sent my money in different installments, a huge amount of money, but it went from my Chicago bank, local bank, to Muslim Commercial Bank in New York.
That was just a mode of sending money, but MCB investment was not made through MCB. That is what I am saying.
Oh, okay. I get it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are welcome.
There's a question. Can the certificates be reinvested upon maturity? And if I can add, अगर मैंने 5 years का अगर मैंने नया पाकिस्तान certificate लिया है, and if I don't draw my profits, so will it get compounded? The interest पे interest मिलेगा, या अगर आपके जैसे profit अगर मैं 6 महीने बाद नहीं repatriate करता हूँ, तो उस पे मुझे coupon मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा? And secondly, is the Naya Pakistan certificate fixed, or will they change with the announcement of State Bank monetary policy every 2 months?
जो पहला सवाल है कंपाउंडिंग का, उसमें तो नहीं है. जब मेच्योर हो जाएगा तो वो इन्वेस्टमेंट आपके अकाउंट में आ जाएगी. स्टेट बैंक को वापस दे देगा मनी, और बैंक आपके अकाउंट में पैसे डाल देगा. और दूसरा क्वेश्चन जो सॉरी मैं भूल गया, दूसरा क्वेश्चन कौन सा पूछा आपने?
अगर जैसे मैं 5 साल का अगर मैं नया पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट लेता हूँ और 6 महीने बाद मुझे इंटरेस्ट कूपन मिलता है, एंड इफ आई डोंट ड्रॉ इट, सो वो जो 6 मंथ्स की कूपन है उस पे मुझे इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा या वो आइडल पड़ा रहेगा? इफ आई डोंट ड्रॉ इट,
वो आपके अकाउंट में उसका प्रॉफिट आ जाएगा आपके पास.
ओके, परफेक्ट. और दूसरा कि विल द रेट्स चेंज विद द स्टेट बैंक्स मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी एवरी 2 months, और आर द फिक्स्ड नया पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट?
रेट्स जो आपने टेनर एक लिया है, जो सर्टिफिकेट लिया है, वो उसके हो गया. तो वो जब मैच्योर होगा, फिर उसके बाद जब दोबारा आप बुक कराएंगे तो वो नया रेट, उस पर कोई नया रेट प्रिवेलिंग होगा तो वो उस पर एप्लीकेबल हो जाएगा.
जैसे आज अगर मैं 7% का 5 years का अगर मैं लेता हूँ नया पाकिस्तान सर्टिफिकेट, विल बी फिक्स्ड फॉर 5 years.
यस.
तो जस्ट लाइक मतलब आप समझ लें कि नेशनल सेविंग सर्टिफिकेट की तरह का ये है, जिसमें आप लेते हैं फिक्स्ड, अदर द इट्स dollars, and for overseas Pakistanis के लिए भी.
Correct.
I think most of the questions.
Raza Hussain साहब दोबारा हाथ खड़ा कर रहे हैं. Can you please allow Raza Hussain साहब to ask
questions? I think Raza साहब का मैं unmute कर देता हूँ. You will have to unmute yourself. And I think हम last 2-3 questions ही लेंगे because it already.
Yeah. I think time हमारा काफी ऊपर चला गया. Raza साहब.
If any Pakistani national residing abroad is already maintaining account in Pakistan, can it be converted into RDA, or RDA account has to receive funds from abroad?
No, sir. You have to open a new account.
No, open new account, but can those funds be transferred? No. Okay.
You have to take you have to take those funds back to a foreign country and then bring them back.
That's fine. Clear. Thank you.
तो आप बाहर विजिट करें $10,000 लेके जाएं और फिर आप अपने आरडीए में जमा करवाएं and then you can get 5 to 7% के रिटर्न.
जी बिल्कुल.
तो द कॉन्सेप्ट इज वही मैं आखिरी दफा थोड़ा मैं रीएम्फसाइज कर दूं कि मुल्क में डॉलर्स आएंगे तो ही आपको अच्छा रिटर्न मिलेगा बिकॉज दिस इज द कोर पर्पस ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट एंड द स्टेट बैंक दैट वी नीड डॉलर्स यू नीड गुड रिटर्न्स इट्स अ विन-विन फॉर एवरीवन बिकॉज वी नीड यू गेट अ सॉवरेन सेफ्टी और आपको रिटर्न अच्छे मिलते हैं और मुल्क में डॉलर्स आते हैं तो इट ऑल जेल्स वेल. I think we have answered most of the questions and we tried to answer obviously पूरा तो नहीं हो सकता because it's a new product and बहुत सारे variables आते हैं, too much technicalities. उमर साहब ने और काशिफ साहब ने इतने सेशंस कर लिए हैं, इतना पूरा प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट में पार्टिसिपेट किया, फिर भी एक तो फाइन ट्यून्स हो जाते हैं किसी को बिल्कुल लेफ्ट फील्ड से कोई क्वेश्चन आता है. I'm sure State Bank, the representative of the banks, they are available to answer all the questions because service is of utmost importance in this product.
We are very open. State Bank is very open. Everybody is learning. We are moving while learning. We are developing while learning. We are listening to our customers. Voice of customer is too important to us, to State Bank. There is a lot that is going into this whole proposition. Inshallah, everybody will see this grow further. This will get better and better day by day.
ठीक है, परफेक्ट. सिर्फ मोहित साहब का हैंड रेज हुआ है तो आपकी क्वेश्चन मैं इनका लूंगा एंड देन मोहित साहब प्लीज अनम्यूट एंड आस्क अ क्वेश्चन.
Gee, I think there were many questions about the fixed interest rate for the time period that you put the certificate. I think I heard, and maybe somebody can correct me, that Mizan Bank is offering Sharia compliant certificate. And in that case, I think the rate is not fixed. Is that correct? That is how the Sharia compliant certificate works?
Okay, so Sharia, I'll try to answer. The Sharia compliant certificate is offered by all 8 banks.
Oh, all 8 banks.
Mizan Bank is no different. The entire working of Sharia compliant certificates is managed by a state bank itself. And everybody is connected to the same system, same policies, same framework. I hope I answered the question.
Okay, that's good to know that every bank is offering, but in that case, the rate is not fixed, correct? That is...
Yes, for the Islamic version, which is offered by all 8 banks, the rate is declared every month. For the first 2 months that we have seen, the State Bank has really declared for a better rate than what was is being publicized. So it's a moving rate, yes, and all 8 banks are dependent on the same rate that's issued by the State Bank itself.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mohammed Saab has raised his hand. I think last question. Mohammed Saab.
I just had a question there because, like, based on the reputation and all of the banks for Pakistan, right? There is the bigger concern is in the customer service. So if everything is going fine, it's fine. But if there is a certain issue that you don't get response or the feedback that you need on time, so what is MCB doing to tackle that issue?
Okay. So the service side is really, really monitored very closely by State Bank and all 8 banks. We have a very robust complaint management processes around it. We have a 24/7 call center to take your queries, your complaints. You have dedicated phone numbers for your Roshan Digital unit. If you have account with MCB, you have a designated relations manager who will take care of all of your queries. You can send an email to, you can do a WhatsApp, you can call a branch, you can call your relation manager, you can also email us. So there are various modes all available on our website in the contact us tab. You can really reach out to even State Bank. We have also uploaded a State Bank email address and a phone number given by State Bank to all banks to be displayed on their website for you to not, if you should have confidence that even if a bank is not listening to you or a bank is not responding to your query, State Bank has set up a Roshan Digital complaint unit support group at their own level who receive emails and make sure that the bank respond to their problems and resolve their problems. That's happening every day, and that's a very smooth process. It is hardly possible that your complaint or your query will not be responded.
And just last question I had was, can I basically open an individual account and a joint account at the same time?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
And then with that, we'll close the session. And I really thank Omar Saab, Umair Saab, Kashif Saab, and all the representatives that are here to help our community to better understand the product. And we'll inshallah look to do more sessions like these, in which obviously we get more information about regulation. So with that, thank you very much, Umair Saab, and all the MCD